to tell you my story as a Moroccan musician and Moroccan singer. I'm from the south, I'm Amazigh, and I was born in Khouribga, so in the north of Morocco, which is not the place I come from. And it was the first nomadism aspect of my story and my family, is to grow up in a place where was not mine. And then with my father as a militaire, we moved like 1 year in one city and another year in another city. And we had all the family in the same house, so the tribe was moving all together. And I was very lucky to grow up with my uncles who were musicians, and also my grandfather was also a dancer and a musician. My mother also was a singer and a comedian. So I grew up in a family where music was every day in the house. My mother started the day with radio music. And she put the radio in the kitchen and the day starts with music. And I remember in the afternoon, there were a special time, where all the girls of the house would sing and dance. And I really thought that it was in every family the same thing. And so, growing up with a family of different generations. My grandparents were listening to Rouais. Rouais is Amazigh music. And then my uncles were bringing all the music that were coming from the hippies, you know, like Jimi Hendrix and all the Afro-American music, and also the music that was on TV. And I remember, I think it was on Saturday, we had on TV concerts of every music of every place in Morocco, like music from Sahara, music, Andalus music. You know, so I grew up with the idea that all these musics can live together, you know, we can learn from all these kinds of music. And also practicing music every day. Guitars were there. My uncles were doing jam sessions in the house. I think I was very, very lucky, because growing up with music eases the soul, and it eases the mind, you know, and it brings happiness. Then my father decided that we would go to Europe to study. So I can tell you, really, to be honest, school was boring for me. It was so boring. Because I didn't understand how can I use all these informations, and for what? Especially mathematics. I didn't know what theorem of Pythagoras would help me, you know, to live my life. And I had the compassion of my teachers, you know. And my father also decided to put me in a Christian school. And so it was Sister, we call it in French les sœurs, les bonnes sœurs. There was this woman who really told me that if I was really annoyed by the school, I can really do music, you know, do music in the house. And she gave me like 1 hour in a week with her, and she played piano for me. I was the luckiest child in that school, because I had a special attention. Then after I started to have friends in Paris, and I go to their house, And I was looking for instruments. I was looking, where are the musicians in this family? And I started to understand that it was not the case in all the families to do music and to have music in the house. Yeah, I always found a house without music or without notes very strange. So my father wanted me to be, I don't know, maybe a lawyer or something that was concrete, you know? Because he was a son of a musician and he was telling, oh my God, it's coming back in the family. And it's very strong. And he told me, what do you want to do? I said, I want to be a musician. Oh no, hell no. And I said, Mama, please help me to believe that it's going to be my path. And when I choose music, and I choose it hard, I really wanted to find a way to do music. So I started to go to jam sessions. I started to go to clubs, to bars, to look for musicians. And I had the chance to work with many, many, many people. But then I really decided that the way I wanted to do my music, I needed to do it myself. Because I wanted to mix many musics together. And also it was always, I wanted also to sing in Amazigh. Because I wanted to introduce this language to other people. Because I was a little bit sad, to be honest with you, that everybody was believing that Morocco was only Arabic culture. That was very, very sad for me. Because I really believe that Amazigh people, they did so many things, so many beautiful things, that I wanted to show to the people outside of Morocco and outside of Africa, which was the Amazigh language. So I decided to put Amazigh language into jazz music. It was, I think, the best idea I've ever had. Also, I really wanted to produce my craft. I wanted to put my own money in my craft. So I was the first Moroccan woman to produce an album outside of Morocco. And I had to fight for that because not only being a Moroccan woman, but just a woman and producing an album was like, you want to produce your own? Yes, I want to. I will work for it. So I worked many years and I put some money, and then I rent some material and I went in an apartment and I started to work. Then there was one guy, Firmin Michels, a Flemish publisher, who told me, if you want to do that, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. And he came, and as a woman from south of Morocco, everything was taking time. He said, you're going to start to record? I said, I need time. I need time. So I took 3 months to produce this album. I was a little bit scared because I didn't know, I was doing concerts, so I knew that I had the validation of people. But to put out an album is another story. And then the album worked really well. Like really, really well. And then I was scared for another reason. To take that music and to go and to perform. And then they tell me, your album is really, it works really good in Turkey. I said, Turkey? Okay. I went there. It was one of the most important concerts for me, because when I came in a country that I really didn't know that they knew about me, they were singing all the songs. So I started to feel the impact as a woman to go to countries to sing in my language, and in English, yes, but in my language, to see people singing imik simik, afus hufus. I said, okay. Then I went to Brazil. 1,000 people here singing my songs. I don't believe it's me. I think it's the gift, you know, that is working. And I said, music is powerful. As a Moroccan woman from an African country, Muslim country, I'm coming and I do the head banging with my hair. I wanted people to have this vision of the Moroccan woman. You know, I do the trance in front of people. I remember 2 Iraqi women coming to me, crying, like, what is this? I said, it's trance. It's the woman who heals and who is healed by the dance, you know, and it's the freedom. So, I think that music is the biggest visa I've ever had with my Moroccan passport to go everywhere. Because yes, I was sad as a Moroccan woman, I can't go there and there and there. The only 2 countries you can go without visa is Brazil and Turkey, outside of Africa. This is so sad. This is really sad. Because I wanted to be, you know, I am free. I want to go everywhere with this green passport, not the red one. So music opened the doors. I went to Abu Dhabi. I was so happy. I went to Russia. Great audience. They discovered a country through me also. And I went also to Israel. I was happy. There were many Moroccan there, you know? Amazigh Moroccan. They came to me. Also, very powerful moment for me. And this is my story. I want to tell you that I want to show the power of Moroccan women. Because I grew up with strong women. So when I meet some journalists who said, you sing, you can sing in Morocco? They will not kill you? I tell them, do you know Hajj al-Hamdawiya? Hamdawiya was singing in the 50s. He came to me at 3 in the morning. He was drunk. What did he want? And it was in the 50s. He came to me, he smoked a joint. What did he want? So yes, I come from that country where women, shirat, are the representation of how a woman can be in Morocco. Okay, now I have to drink some water to sing you a song. You were ready stand